Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Today is Monday, October the 7th. My name is Judge Esparza. We have some writ hearings scheduled for this afternoon. The defendants are present in the courtroom and they have all been sworn in earlier before we started. The first case we're going to call is C4593-24-C, State of Texas versus Santiago Martinez. You Santiago? Go ahead and stand up, Mr. Martinez. You speak English, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Veronica, this is your motion. You may
Good
proceed.
afternoon, Judge. He's currently charged with possession of a controlled substance. The bond is currently set at 25,000 cash surety on one charge and 25,000 cash surety for the second charge of both possession of a controlled substance between 1 gram and 4 grams. I'm speaking with my client. His family, he was working at Sonic. I believe he was a passenger in the vehicle, that the drugs were not located on him. And in speaking with his family, they maybe have about $1,000 put towards a bond, Your Honor. So we would respectfully be requesting a PR bond or something low enough so that he would be able to make bond with any other conditions the court would want to place on him.
Okay, Jay. You're on mute.
Sorry about that, Judge. I reviewed it, Your Honor, and I can go ahead and agree to reduce it from $25,000 on each count to $5,000 on each count, if that'll be approved by the court.
Okay. Mr. Martinez, how old are you, sir?
39, sir.
Are you employed?
Oh, yes, sir. At Sonic. Maintenance man.
Are you on probation or parole right now?
Yes, sir. About to finish December the 1st, sir.
You're on parole?
Yes, sir. I'm about to
Is he on parole?
discharge already on the 1st. I've been compliant, everything good, sir. I just got out of the halfway house.
Has parole spoken to you since you've been
Yes,
here?
sir. Yes, they told me, I told them my situation, everything. I went with a neighbor.
Well, I don't want to go into the facts. I didn't see a parole hold on him, so
I don't either, Your Honor.
okay, I'm gonna go ahead and what I'm gonna do, Mr. Martinez, I'm gonna lower your bond so you can get out. I'm gonna order monthly UAs, which means you're gonna get drug tested. First time you come back positive for drugs or alcohol, you're gonna end up back in jail. Do you understand?
I've always
Okay. Bond will be reduced to
Would I be able to get a PR bond, sir?
$1,500 cash surety on each count. So
Yes,
it's
sir.
$3,000 total. Give you $100, $400 to get out. About $300 or $400 to get out. Yeah.
I really appreciate
Make sure when you get out, you stay in contact with your attorney. Do you understand?
it. Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you. Go ahead and have a seat.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's
Veronica.
all I have. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you.
Thank
The next case we're gonna call is C 4559-24-A, State of Texas versus Cecilio Lopez. You speak English, Mr. Lopez?
Good afternoon, Judge. Ricardo Rodriguez from Mr. Lopez, Judge.
Good afternoon, Mr. Rodriguez. Your client's present. He speaks English. You may proceed.
Judge, Mr. Lopez has $150,000 bond on a theft charge that's over $300,000. Mr. Lopez does have priors, Judge, that he's taken care of. He's disposed of them. Mr. Lopez is gainfully employed. He has a family here in the Rio Grande Valley. He's married and he has kids. At this time, Judge, we're asking if the court will consider, obviously, I'm sure the state has their recommendations, but we're asking if the court will consider $25,000 bond on Mr. Lopez.
He has an ISO rig, did you know?
Does, Judge? He has an ICE hold,
Yep.
so at this point, obviously, I'm just asking for the court for a reduction on his bond. That's why I'm asking for $25,000. If he even can, obviously a bond was gonna ask for the whole amount, Judge. So again, I'm just trying to get, obviously be able to show my client that we reduced the bond. Yes, sir.
You understand there's a nice hold on your case. So if you do make bond, you will be probably released to immigration and they may or may not deport you. Whatever happens though, the case does stay pending. And if you don't show up when you have court, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. You understand that? All right. What says the state, Jay?
Your Honor, we can't agree to any kind of reduction. We're afraid if he does bond out, we would lose him. So at this time, Judge, it would be opposed.
Judge, and he's working on getting an immigration lawyer at the same time. So again, he's had other cases, he disposed of them. So again, respectfully, I'm asking the court for any consideration on the bond reduction, Judge.
Has he been deported before? Have you been deported before, sir?
Yes, sir.
How long ago?
11 years ago.
I think that's when the last charges I saw on him were for like 2007, right?
Yes, sir. It's been a long time since
Yeah.
stayed on the job.
How many kids you have?
I have 3 kids.
I read the complaint. This is almost $500,000 worth of merchandise they're alleging that was taken.
Yes, Judge, and obviously allegations are that it was obviously, you know, not from anybody personally, but obviously the allegations are that it's, you know, some kind of insurance company.
Where do you live, sir?
I live in Mission.
You have a house or apartment or what?
No, I don't have it either.
A what?
A house. And we're currently paying for a house. My wife.
Renting or paying?
No, buying a house.
Is it under your name?
It's not my wife's.
What does your wife do?
She's self-employed.
What does she do?
We sell cars.
You what?
We sell cars.
Cars?
Yes, vehicles.
Out of a lot or what? Car lot?
No, it's our personal. It's our thing, you know.
How old are your children?
My youngest one is 8, 13, and 16. They're all going to school here, so.
If you are released, sir, and you aren't deported, which I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but if you are here, I'm gonna order that you are under AIP. What that means is AIP officials will come visit with you here before you leave. If you make bond, go over a contract with you, which has all the rules. And basically it's, don't get arrested again. Don't break the laws,
I understand.
no drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. And if you're gonna leave the house, you need to get their permission before you can leave the house. Otherwise, you're at home and they'll go check on you. And if you're not there when you're supposed to, that's a violation. They're gonna report it to the court. You may end up back in jail. Do you understand?
And Judge, if I may, again, not only has he just retained me for obviously for the bond hearing, but he's also retained my services to represent him on this matter, Judge.
All right. Bond will be reduced to $25,000 cash surety.
Yes, Judge.
Make sure you comply, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Judge,
Anything else, Mr. Rodriguez?
I be excused, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Garza.
Thank you, Rick.
That's it. Go ahead and have a seat, sir. Cal, you ready? Next case we're gonna call is
Yes,
4547-24-J, State of Texas versus Raul Saavedra. You speak English, right, Mr. Saavedra?
Does he English speaker, Judge?
Yes. You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. This is an arch. He has a 75,000 on a burglary of a habitation with intent to commit another felony, and he has a 25,000 casual surety, second count, same offense, Your Honor. We've attached 5 exhibits to our regular, which copies his social copy, high school diploma, birth certificate, and some check stubs where it clearly shows This young man has all his ties in the United States. He was born here, Judge. He has no felony convictions, Your Honor. We're asking the court, the family has attempted to post the 100 total in cash or surety bonds. They have been unable to do that, Your Honor. We're asking for a 5,000, the 75 to be reduced to 5,000 cash or surety, and the 25,000 to be reduced to 2,500 cash or surety, Your Honor. Again, he does live in Starr County. We attached some exhibits to show the address where he'll be staying with his mother, Judge, and we're asking the court to consider the bond reduction.
What says the state?
Yes, Judge, we've reviewed this case. It's a very serious offense. It's a burglary of habitation with intent to commit sex offense. I understand Mr. Calixto's position, Judge, but we'd be opposed to any kind of bond reduction at this time. We believe the bonds are reasonable as they stand.
Cal, have you seen the complaint?
I saw a brief document regarding that, Judge, regarding the individuals. This gentleman did not go into the residence. It is my understanding from interviewing him and some preliminary work we did that he was outside at a Stripes location about a block away, and more of a lookout than anything else, Judge, but did not go into the actual residence.
The allegations are pretty serious as to,
Yes,
what
Your Honor, I
allegedly
clearly
happened.
understand.
yeah, what allegedly happened
Yes.
inside the residence. What city do you live in, sir?
What is,
Is it Starr County?
is your,
We can't have AIP in Starr County, right, Jake?
No, Judge, it would be a conflict. They would have to remain within the county limits.
Who's your employer? Who do you work for?
my dad? And I'm back here from my house.
I have a check stub here,
Oh, yeah, it's
shows you as
for my dad.
a provider. Okay, you take care of your dad?
Got a car crash. So I just,
That that home health care agency is out of McAllen?
yeah,
Yes?
it's,
He lives with his mother, Judge, in between Roma and Rio Grande, which is in Escobares area. And she does teach at a local school district there. And Roma is the father is disabled.
How old are you?
19.
Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir.
Order your monthly UAs. You get drug tested, sir. Probation's gonna contact you. If they tell you to come all the way over here to Edinburgh to get drug tested, and tomorrow, then you show up when they tell you to show up. Do you understand? The first time you miss or come back positive, we'll put you back in jail. Is that clear?
Sure.
Bond on count one. Be reduced to $25,000 cash surety. And bond on count two will be reduced to $10,000 cash surety. No contact with the victim or your co-defendants. I don't know who the other individuals were. I don't know if they're related to you or not, but no contact with them. Do you understand me? No text messaging each other, no nothing. Do you understand? Sorry? Anything else, Jay, you need to add to that?
Nothing further, Judge.
Cal? Any
No, Your
questions?
Honor, thank you. No, Your
All
Honor,
right.
thank you.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be
Have a
excused?
seat. Yes, sir, thank you. Vito sign on. I'm gonna give him a call real quick. Vito sign on. Got two left. Let's see. Juliana Garza de la Garza. Go ahead and stand up. You speak English, right?
Yes, sir.
Have you spoken to your attorney, Mr. Chavana?
Yes, sir, I have. I actually called him earlier today, but he didn't answer, sir.
When did you speak to him last? The weekend or last week?
I actually spoke to him on Friday.
Okay. We're gonna call C 4589-24-F, State of Texas versus Juliana de la Garza. Have you spoken to Vito on this case, Jay?
No, Judge, but we have sent over the email indicating that we're in agreement to reducing it from $15,000 to $5,000, subject to the court's approval.
Okay.
It's a POCS. It's less than 1 gram. It's a state jail felony, Judge.
He's logging in, Jay.
Judge, if you don't mind me asking,
Hold on, your attorney's, he's logging up?
Yes.
My staff got a hold of him. He says he's logging on right now. Let's see if we can get. You were logged on. This is, gotta say, what city do you live in?
I live here in Edinburgh, sir.
Listen to my questions. I don't want a whole story. Listen to my questions, all right? You understand?
Yes, sir.
Who do you live with?
I live with a friend of mine named Ruben Hernandez.
How old are you?
I'm 23, sir.
You graduate from high school?
No, right now I'm currently taking classes
Classes for what?
for my GED, sir.
Where do your parents live?
My mother is currently incarcerated at TDC, and my biological father lives in Harlingen.
You have brothers and sisters that live in Hidalgo County or Edinburgh?
I have 11 sisters and 1 brother, and no, none of them live in Hidalgo County. All of them live in El Paso, Texas, sir.
Invested in August at a Walmart. And then 2 days before that at the Walmart again, or Circle K, and then a Walmart.
I was never arrested. I was never arrested at a circle.
Don't go back to that location. You understand me?
Oh, yes, sir.
Bond on, Vito never, I'm gonna go ahead and follow the state's recommendation. Bond on the POCS. I'm sorry, is it a POC? Yeah, POCS will be reduced to 5,000 cash surety. There's a verification that was filed on that previous theft.
Yes, Judge.
I'm gonna lower that to $1,000.
Yes, sir.
PR. How long have you been living at that address?
Living at that just for the past 2 years, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna order monthly UAs to probation department. They're gonna check you and they're gonna call you to show up. The first time you don't show up, I'm gonna put you back in jail. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir. So am I getting a PR bond, sir?
No.
Is there any way I can get a PR bond, please?
Bond will be reduced to $5,000 cash surety on the possession charge and $1,000 PR on the theft, which you were already out on bond out.
Yes,
You
sir.
got arrested again. So I'm not gonna give you another PR bond. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead and have a seat.
I was only asking.
Have a seat. Next case we're gonna call is C 4590-24-8, State of Texas versus Victor Rico. ¿No habla inglés, Palacio? Okay. Mr. Rico is present, he's Spanish speaking. He's also Vito Chavana's client.
And Your Honor, he does have an ICE hold.
He does? I didn't see it.
Yes, Judge. For Victor Rico, Victor Raquel Rico, yes, Judge. I'm showing an ICE hold.
As his place of birth is Houston.
Again, Judge, but let me go ahead and check that one more time.
This morning, I didn't see it. It doesn't show? It doesn't show next one?
Oh, no, Judge, I'm not showing one, but I did get a note from Mona Lisa that there was one, maybe some sort of prior removal, but I'm showing a note from her, but you're right, there's not anything on Odyssey.
Okay. Vito, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Judge. Apologize for being tardy.
No problem. We've got Victor Rico in front of us. He's Spanish speaking. You want to go ahead?
Yes, Your Honor. So, Mr. Rico, I know he's charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, Your Honor. However, there was no actual contact in this case. Maybe there's an alleged about a wooden stick or something. I'm not real sure. I don't think there was any evidence as far as that's concerned. There was any kind of striking took place. I believe he is a citizen. I think at this time the bond is relatively high, Your Honor, and we should be asking for a reduction. I talked to his brother. They may be able to make a lower bond, maybe like 15,000 or so. Right now, I believe it's much higher than that.
Yeah, it's 75,000.
Yes, Your
You
Honor.
know where he lives? You know where he lives?
He lives in Edinburgh.
Jay, what's the position?
Judge, I understand Mr. Chavana's position, Judge, but there is a victim in this case, and it looks like the defendant was intoxicated at the time of the assault or the alleged assault. We'd be opposed to a $15,000 bond, Judge. What I can do, because it's not showing an ICE hold, is I can agree to reduce it to maybe $40,000 cash surety with the condition that he stay away from the victim and that he also be placed on AIP. This defendant has a significant criminal history that's 23 pages long on the NCIC alone.
I saw that.
As I understood, I believe he is a citizen, Your Honor. I believe he was born here.
Mr. Rico, where were you born? That's what it says on the paperwork. I didn't see an ICE hold on him. Where do you live now?
Edinburgh.
How long have you lived in Edinburgh?
7 years.
Do you have a job? What does he do?
Landscaping.
What do you work for?
Sí. That's someone called Monica.
They pay you with a check or in cash?
Cash.
You have a house in Edinburgh or an apartment?
Rents.
Who do you live with?
His sister.
Are you married?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna order that if he does make bond, he be released to AIP officials. Which means, Mr. Rico, that you'll be under house arrest. You do not leave your house unless you have permission from AIP officials. They'll come and talk to you before you leave and have you sign a contract. And that contract says that you cannot break the laws of the United States or the state of Texas, that that you cannot possess any drugs or weapons, that you must remain in your home unless you have permission from them to be out of the house. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you violate those rules, they will notify the court and you will end up back in jail. Is that clear?
Yes.
I'm going to ask also that you have no contact with the victim. Bond will be reduced to $15,000 cash surety. Also, I'm also going to order monthly UAs. No drugs and no alcohol while you're out on bond. Is that clear, Mr. Rico?
Yes.
Anything else, Jake?
That's it, Judge.
Vito?
On this case, Your Honor,
You just got that added assault, right? That's the only thing?
that's correct.
So let's see, sir. Let's see. We called your case earlier, Jay. I'm sorry, Vito, what we call it? State of Texas versus Juliana Garza. Go ahead and stand up, Ms. Garza. The state had agreed to give her a $5,000 cash surety on the possession charge. She also has a verification on the previous theft charge with a $2,000 bond. I agreed with the state on the $5,000 cash surety and reduced the theft to $1,000 PR and also ordered monthly UAs. But I know you weren't here. If there's anything you want to add?
My only concern about this is because she basically was arrested with her husband. They're arrested together in a vehicle. There was, I guess, some crack cocaine in the car. Both denied ownership. They've both been arrested for it. I'm feel like only one should probably get penalized for it, and the husband's already inside. So I was just, she doesn't have any money to make bond. Her husband. I think her mother is also incarcerated on a separate offense right now, Your Honor. So she basically would need to stay with a friend. So we would just ask for a PR bond. The other case there wouldn't have been a verification if not for this new arrest. And I'll understand the charges. This is a kind of a tricky case, Your Honor, because I'm not sure where the cocaine was found in the vehicle. She wasn't driving. Her husband was driving. He was the one that drove the vehicle. I think he got arrested for DWI too, maybe. I'm not sure. And so because of that, I don't know necessarily as we proceed down that they're going to be able to prove that she's the one that had possession of that controlled substance or not, Your Honor.
Well, I'm concerned that she's been arrested 3 times in the last 6 months.
They've been theft charges, Your Honor. She has had previous instances with theft. And we talked about this. This is just a separate offense completely. She wasn't stealing. She just happened to be in the vehicle with her husband. You know, he's the one that was driving. He's the one that drove to the gas station. She's taken full responsibility for the theft, Your Honor. She's had no issues with those before. This one, she told me she denies she was in possession of that crack cocaine.
I was sitting.
They drug test you, you're gonna be clean or dirty?
I'll be clean, sir. I was sitting in the back seat, sir. My husband was sitting in the front seat and the officer had found it underneath.
Hold on. You have her contact information, Vito?
I have numbers for the friend that she's going to stay with. I have a number for the husband, but that's probably not good anymore. I don't know, Juliana, you didn't have a phone number yourself, did you?
No, sir. I had used my husband's phone number as well.
Right.
We both shared the account.
You have an
I contacted
address where you're staying here?
Yes.
What's the address?
1001 South 5th Avenue, Edinburgh, Texas. It's right there on Klosner and Sprague.
The house or the apartment?
It's a house. It's the corner house right by the stop sign here. With the black light outside.
And who lives in Lindsay, Nebraska?
I do. I was working in Nebraska. I was working at a Tyson Foods for a while.
When was that?
Maybe about 3-4 months ago. I came down here because my husband is Ramon Garcia. His dad.
The address you gave was in Lindsay, Nebraska. So when they send the notice to the court sends notice, they're gonna send it to that address. And you're not gonna end up showing up in court.
I plan to be going back up there again sometime this month, sir, to go work. I have a house up there. I live at that exact address.
Go ahead and give her a $2,500 PR bond on the possession charge. On the theft charge, I'm gonna leave it in at $2,000 cash surety. If you can work something out with the bondsman and they'll reinstate it. If not, she'll have to make bond on that again.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Jay, that's all we have. Thanks for your help.
Thank you, Judge. Take care. See you, Vito.
All right.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jay.
Maybe excuse your honor.